How's it going, guys? I'm back. I'm making this video because I want to show you guys how some officers can and will make up criminal charges out of thin air. As to why, I have no idea. Now, this is a citation which shows it's a violation of Vehicle Code 23152A, which is a DUI, which is also a misdemeanor in the state of California. Now, the story goes like this. The guy's driving home from work, super tired, and he gets stopped. Asks the cop, "Hey, what happened? What did I do wrong?" The cop says nothing about that and just says, "What's your license, registration, and proof of insurance?" Basically ignores the guy. The guy says, "Here it is," and the officer goes to the car, comes back, and he asks him, "Have you been drinking?" The guy says, "No, I haven't been drinking, I'm just tired." He goes, "Well, your eyes are kind of red and glossy." He goes, "Well, I haven't been drinking." He goes, "Well, can you get out of the car?" So the guy starts doing the little follow the finger test and walks the line. And then the guy says at the end, he goes, "Look, if you want, I'll just take a breathalyzer because I haven't been drinking and I'm not under the influence of any kind of drug or alcohol. So I don't mind." And he goes, "No, you don't have to do that." He goes, "But please turn around." So the guy says, "Why am I going to turn around?" He goes, "Turn around right now." And the guy's like, "Well, why do?" So then the cop just takes him to the ground because he didn't listen, and he's under arrest. And he goes, "What are you arresting me for?" He goes, "You're under arrest for driving under the influence." How he got this, I have no idea. So anyways, the cop said that the guy smelled like alcohol and all this stuff, and the guy goes to jail, gets his car impounded. Now what happens next is even crazier, because the guy ends up filing motions. One of them was a motion for discovery, and the other one was a pitches motion. A pitches motion is when you're asking the police agency and the court to provide you with any complaints that anybody's filed against the officer for misconduct, or if he's lied, made up charges, something similar to your case. Now usually you ask the agency that, like the police agency. However, you can get it court ordered if they don't want to do it. That's why you're basically asking the court if, worst case scenario, you don't get them from the police station. Anyways, once that happens, then you can find out if anybody's filed stuff against the officer that's in your case, against you. Unfortunately for this officer, there were a lot of people that had filed complaints on the officer for lying and misconduct, and of course this guy that got this made up DUI ended up filing another complaint against this officer for making up charges that weren't even true. This guy ends up saying how he goes to the DMV hearing, and they said that his license is going to be suspended because he had refused, or at least the officer put down in this thing that the guy refused to take a breathalyzer test. So the guy tells a story. Of course they don't believe him, and you're screwed, and so now license suspended for a year, automatic. Pretty sad, but this is what happens when somebody doesn't know how to defend himself. But fortunately he ends up filing a motion to dismiss with some other motions for pretrial motions. And what happens is it gets changed from a DUI, because how are they going to prove this? Well, they came back saying they had no video or audio. So beyond a reasonable doubt that he was under the influence, it was going to be a pretty hard thing to do. But what they do is they file it anyways, and they try to scare you to get a public defender, and then you get a plea bargain, or you get a private attorney and you plea bargain, and you basically screw yourself, really, out of fear. However, in this case, it gets changed from a DUI to a reckless driving, a violation of Vehicle Code 23103A, which is still, unfortunately, a misdemeanor. Now, normally this goes hand in hand with the DUI when they don't have enough evidence, because presumably you were driving erratically and you were a threat to the public. So therefore, instead of getting you with the DUI, they get you with the reckless driving. However, how they're going to prove this beyond a reasonable doubt still is beyond me, since there's no audio or video, and this case is still pending, but hopefully will be dismissed here shortly. So you guys got to keep in mind, this is why I record the police when they come up to my window. I'm recording before I even stop. I make sure I'm recording and hide it, or whatever the case may be, just to make sure that they don't turn it off and delete it. Like Glendale police have done that, LAPD have done that. So that's why if I don't have a recorder on me, then what I'll do is I'll call 911 and I'll say, "Hey, I want to make sure that this is a cop behind me, and so can you please verify this?" And so now, later on, if the officer starts getting crazy for whatever reason and it's being recorded through 911, then I can subpoena that and use that as evidence down the road. But once again, that's not legal advice, it's just what I would do. I'm not an attorney, and the reason why I say that is because there's no other way nowadays to actually get the cops to record you when they're going to do something crooked. It's not going to happen. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and always keep in mind that if you can't prove something in court, even if you're innocent, you can't prove you're innocent, usually you get found guilty. So please guys, be careful out there, and Godspeed. Thanks for watching.